What's happening? It's Sean Wallace, Easy Cash Flow King. Thought I'd come out here and really just do some work out here on the porch outside in the back. And I figured since I was back here, I'll cut a quick video, man. I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to just share with you real quick. And I guess I got two things I want to say to you in this video. Number one is the purpose of this particular video is to help you be able to tap into the two most important powers that we have that can really change our lifestyle, change our situation, really just change our habits literally overnight once you're able to tap into this. I shared this with one of my my partners the other day, so I figured I'd cut a video on it and help it, speak into your life too as well. So what are those two powers? Or just listen to this whole entire video. It's not going to be that long, probably like 5-10 minutes max, where I'm going to explain to you these two powers and how you can actually start applying them and actually get some personal coaching on how to really implement them in your life if you're looking for a change. I don't care what level you're on. I don't care if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're wealthy. It doesn't matter. It's because it's all in the mindset on what we really create in our life, right? So what I want to talk about. So basically, this is it. And this is what I want to teach you. Is because what I've learned here from hanging around some of my mentors, right, is when you receive some new information and you get it, the first thing that you want to do to become a leader, okay, because in this industry it's all about leading people and helping people, but to become that leader you have to be able to learn something, and then you got to be able to turn around and teach it to someone else to be able to impact their lives. So I'm really just preaching what I'm doing. Same thing. I'm learning every day. Even though I've been able to create some success within this industry, it's still a learning process. It's still growing, like every day. Always be feeding your mind. Always be throwing in your head that next level of wisdom to help you rise. So if you're missing something in your life, it's typically because you're probably not putting the right information in, and that's what you're getting out. So my first thing I wanted to say, okay, and I'm going to get to those two powers, stick with me. But the first thing I want to tell you right now is you can't lead where you won't go, and you can't teach what you don't know. So take that in stride, man, and run with it. You cannot lead somebody where you're not going or where you won't go, and you can't teach what you don't know. We only can speak from experience. So with that being said, what are these two powers? So check this out. Once you learn how to apply these two powers in your life, everything changes. I'm telling you, I've been sitting here taking some notes, writing down my notes and everything, man, and I won't get into that right there because there's some powerful stuff on that notepad that's even tripping me out. But I'm going to share with you basically what I'm doing. So what are those two powers? Well, what I want you to know, the two powers that you have right now that can change your circumstances and change your life, everything that you're dealing with, the very first one is called awareness. Okay, now this is a state. So let me rephrase that. The most powerfulest state that you can be in as a human being is the state of awareness. Now, when I first heard this, I was like, what? State of awareness? Well, let me give you an example of what I mean. Let me see how much time we got. All right, cool. We're doing pretty good. And it's hot out here. Hot as hell, matter of fact. So I'm sitting here baking. I'm probably getting blacker as I'm sitting here in this sun. You're probably seeing this side of me just get blacker. So let me hurry up and cut this anyway. Okay, so the best state, the most powerful state that we can be in as a human being is a state of awareness. So right now, if you ever felt like, okay, the steps that you have to take to get to whatever it is that you're wanting to need next in your life. So just think right now. This is what I want you to know. I want you to get with me. Let's be serious here for a second. Let's be serious. I want you to think right now, what is the next step or steps that you have to take to improve the quality of your life, of a relationship, of your finances, of whatever that's mostly you think about every night before you go to bed, right? But you haven't really maybe not tapped into it. Or maybe you know what the 10 steps are and you're looking because you know what step 10 is, but you haven't really focused on what step 1 is. So I want you to really think about what that first step is that you need to take, like right now, as soon as you get done watching this video, or you could take action right now on it and take that first step. What is that? I'm asking you that question because I already know in your mind, deep inside your mind, you know what that step is. That, my friend, is awareness. You're now aware of that first step that you need to take. I just brought awareness to you, and that's that state that I'm talking about. If you could stay in that state all day, every day, all year long, as far as awareness, that's the most powerful state. Why? Is because when you take that first step, it automatically lights up the second step. So you might not be able to see 10 steps out. That's okay. Most people don't take action because they don't know the end result, or they don't know how they're going to get to what they're envisioning, or how they're going to accomplish that big house or whatnot. Or like I'm sitting right here on this golf course, like you know, like if it was dark or whatever, you couldn't see way out there to where they're hitting on the driving range. So you don't know how many steps it's going to take. But when you take that first step, where you can see the next step in front of you, okay? So that's the awareness. That's the first most powerful state. So what's the second power? The second power is what we fight against. But once you know how to tap into this, and you know how to control it, you can change anything. And that power that you have right now, that most of us neglect or don't even know that we're sabotaging, is willpower. Right now, you have the willpower to do whatever you want to do. But what takes it from us, or what takes the energy from that particular willpower, is like procrastination or resisting against something that you know you need to be doing, but you resist against it. So let me just give you an example on willpower, and then you understand how to mesh these two together. You understand on how you can change your circumstances overnight, because you want to apply these particular methods I'm sharing with you in 3 areas of your life, which is logical, emotional, and physical. Okay, and if you know how to apply that in those areas, you'll change. Those 3 are the most important areas in our life: logical, emotional, and physical. Okay, what are we thinking? How do we emotionally feel? And what's the physical things that we want to attract, whether it's with our body, our house, finances, whatever, something that we can physically touch. So willpower, right? Wrap this up here. Willpower is this, okay? It's like resistance. So when, like for a ship going into the space, right, shooting up into space, it takes 80% of its energy just to fight against the gravity to be able to shoot into, you know, outer space. And then once it's up there, it's floating a lot easier. It's used up like 50%, 70% of its power just shooting off the earth. Well, that's the same thing with you and everything that we want to do. It's the willpower. And that's the resistance that we have to fight against. See, if you're resisting something, that's still using willpower, because you're resisting. So if you just go with the flow and you create a habit, okay, 21 days, they say, if you do something consistently for 21 days, it'll create a habit in your life, whether it's good or bad, okay? And if you do it for 90 days, it becomes a lifestyle where you're actually doing it on a normal basis. So it takes that willpower to get to that 30-day mark where whatever it is that you want to change actually becomes a lifestyle, because you subconsciously have now grew your willpower to the strength where it's something that you do normally. Man, that got a lot quieter with that fan off, right? But it's something that you do a lot normally, okay? So the 2 things I want you to get from here is, what are you aware of right now that you need to do to change your situation? You're aware of it. That's awareness. Since you're aware, take action on that awareness, because that is actually what's guiding you as a human being to take the next step. And that's the step that you need to take, because you're aware of the step. If you wasn't aware, that would be totally different if you just didn't know. But since you're aware and you know, take action. The next thing you need to do is, since you're aware, you need to have the willpower, increase that willpower to take that action step to lead you to the next one, so that you can create the success in your life. So what I want you to do is, if that made sense to you, because I want to keep going on and on, I'm super pumped, because basically that's what I'm doing here, to be honest with you, as I'm writing these same things down that I'm sharing with you, right? And let me see here. So just to kind of give you some things, I'm showing you things that I want to focus on, the outcomes in my life that I want in these same areas: physical, emotional, logical, right? So I'm sharing with you, this is what I'm doing. That's why I'm cutting the video, because I did what I said I was doing in the beginning. I'm teaching what I'm learning, because it's immediate implementation, right? And you teach as you learn. That way you grow and you're impacting people, and you all grow together at the same pace and same speed. So what I want to do is help you. If this makes sense, I want you to take action right now, and click the link right below this video and actually take action right now. And once you're actually on my team of what we're doing, I'm going to show you on how to apply these in the 3 critical areas of your life that will make a huge difference, which is physical, emotional, and logical. And we'll go over a complete game plan on how you can take these 2 most powerfulest things that we have, awareness and willpower, and change your life literally overnight. I hope that brought some value to you. We'll see you in the next video. I'm finna get up out this sun. I might sit here for just a little bit more, but I'm not the type to sit here and get baked. So I'll talk to you a little bit later. Have a good day. Peace.